Hopefully this works out. Okay. Alright, cool. At least I think it should be loading, right? Okay, yeah. Alright, so this is a proof of patent number NL 19908C2. This is the SDCS by John Sloot. JAN space SLOOT. This is a proof of concept right here. So I'm going to move everything out of the way. We'll call this moved. And I'm going to copy everything. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll even copy these. Alright, so I'm going to move these in here. I'm just going to show a basic proof of concept. At the start of this entire thing. I gotta close this stuff out. It's gonna take a while here. Okay, so I'm gonna move all that. Cool. Alright. This is a live date. The date today is the 6th month. It's June 2025 at 8:53 p.m. California time. So yeah. Alright, anyways, let's just get right into this right here. So I will be encoding a image from the patent of what it describes in its own words. And it was extremely terrible compression. So I did add some things. I add run length encoding, a code book to go ahead and use shorten the most used codes in this code book, and then I went ahead and did some other things like zip compression to make it more compressed. So now that I have got that out of the way, I will show proof of concept of this whole thing. So I will copy these files right here. You know what? Just because I can, I'm going to take a simple screenshot. And I'm going to save this in my location. And I'm going to call this one. And I'm going to open up another screen. Let's do this one. And let's paste this right here. Whoops. Let's paste that right here and then layer this by merging. So, yeah. Also, most of the videos have been private. If anybody is wondering where have I been, most of the videos are either live streams or they just have been private. So, yeah. To get that out of the way, and that's what's been going on. For that part right there. I'm going to call this 3, and so on. So that is out of the way now. I will go ahead and encode the data. I will do step 1, and I will do the first image. And yes, I know this is very terrible. It's a lot worse than any other normal compressions out there. That's because, using reference tables that it makes itself, and then going ahead and adding simple pointers to this data. The whole thing about the Sloot digital coding system, it was never a universal compression. That's what everybody gets confused about. It was never universal in the first place. So think about the Sloot digital coding system as a short pointer. So, sorry, a finite pointer of data. You encode data. Once you encode it, you can go ahead and add short pointers to the already existing data. So yeah, it's that simple. What is on the chip code, if anybody asks, Uh, like I said, it's just the pointers to the reference memory that has the original data stored. But John Sloot, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it does take up a big amount of space than normal compression. Even if you do redundant data, the most used by, and so on. So yeah, I'm going to delete this now. That's the second image, and now I'll do the third. I'm going to send this video real quick. And yeah, now I will go ahead and decompress this right now and in front of your eyes. So I will copy this. And just to prove a point that it isn't, stored anywhere else, this is, live right now, and I just closed out the program. I will go ahead, I will go ahead and start this up and do one. This is the file name for this, file. So I will go ahead, just because I can, I'll just name this Bob. Okay. The first one's going to be named Bob. Yep. We all like Bob, don't we? Yeah, I'm talking to myself. But anyways, we got Bob, and that didn't work as planned because it's just pointing to this. I should have just kept it as one, not Bob. Okay, I guess we don't like Bob. Okay, let's clear this out. 2, 1, and then decompress. It's going to make that back to normal. And then 1, 2, and then 2, and then 3. Okay, so this is the encoded file now. It is extremely terrible. There's an issue with my encoding. I don't know if it's the run length encoding or the short pointers that I have, but something's going on and it's causing a lot of issues with the data compression for this part. So yeah. And you can see that this is what it looks like now, but the whole file size is a lot bigger than the original file itself. But if you're counting the pointers of the original data, it's a lot smaller, which in John Sloot's case, he was talking about the pointers, not the real true data itself, obviously. So yeah, I could go ahead and compress this right now. To send this over, and I'm going to send it as images. Best compression with WinRAR. And there we go for this guy. Or Chemist, if you ever get this, then you can go ahead and have some fun with that. Also, I don't know if he ever got the file or not, so I might send it later. Actually, he doesn't need these anyways, because it doesn't really matter. Also, I've been working on my compression. My other compression. I have one test that I've been doing off and on. If I paste it right here, it's 2 million. 2 million.exe. I'm using this as a beta test for my encoding scheme. I'm trying to make it a lot better so it works for random data, even though that shouldn't be possible at all, and I know that isn't. Also, the reason why I'm not recording on my PC is because low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty lazy and I don't want to edit videos anymore because they're just too much work. So yeah. I'm going to do images.zip as the encoded file. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. Okay, now it's encoding the images file that, is from my exe. And after this is fully done, I will delete this. It's gone. It's not hidden anywhere. I will go ahead and decode this file. If anybody asks what's inside of this file, it is exactly what the data shows over here, this unique characters. So yeah. And then if I decompress this now, I can get the original data back from this small file itself. And no data is lost at all. Everything's back to normal. I can delete that and send it over. I will go ahead and rename this now to .zip to what it was. Now, I don't know why this happens, but it does. It appears like that sometimes. Don't know why. But I will repair the archive again. Press on close. Open this up. Decrease it. Sorry, uncompile it is the correct wording. And now you can see that I can decompress the 1 kilobyte of data back into the original data itself. So yeah. Also, if you're wondering if it still works in the same concept, yes, it does. I will go ahead and go back to where this was located at and select these two files again, put them over here. Then I will close this out one more time to show proof. And open it up like that. Wait for this to be done. And it's going to decompress the file itself. I should have actually deleted this. Oh wait, no, actually it doesn't matter. No, it did matter. Sorry, I'm gonna redo this. Sorry, that was a mistake. Okay, I'm going to decode this back into its normal state as before. And as you can see, the 1 kilobyte works just as normal. Yes, I know this is a terrible image, but the patent from John Sloot describes exactly how I explained it. And like I said before, all this is just pointers to a finite set of sources, like videos or frames, then compressed with probably run length encoding, and then those pointers are stored on the chip card itself. There's no actual data being compressed. But mine, I'll show you the source code right now. Yes, I did use ChatGPT for this because it was helping me out a lot faster. This would have taken me weeks beforehand. It would have taken so long to do. But all it is in simple terms is just, like I said before, pointers. It reads the images as RGB, then it stores that, and it just compresses those a lot shorter. And that's the whole entire thing of this code. That's what John Sloot was doing since the 1990s, before he, died. But yeah, that's about it for this whole thing. If anybody has any questions, maybe about how this works right here, let me know. I will be down to explain how that compression works. I don't mind. And if needed, I can go ahead and compress another file right now, live. Screw it. I'll select some more random stuff too. Okay. Just to prove my point even further, I'll do the best compression with zip. Then I'll do 1 RAR and then zip. I will cut this and then I will paste this into my USB. Okay. To show proof that this isn't actually being uploaded to a server, I would show this, but I'm afraid of leaking my personal information, and also it might show my streaming key, which I don't want to do, but I will show if needed. I can show that in another video. Alright, so I'm going to extract this and move this over here and wait for this to be done. Then add this to RAR, best compression with RAR. And then I'm going to do this with 7-zip. Okay, for this to be done, right here, and then 7-zip, add to archive. This all the best compression with 7-zip as well. Okay, it's all random data. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nothing's here. Nothing's, hidden anywhere. I'll show my recycle bin if needed. I'll show that right now. If anybody says that there's any hidden folders, if that was true, then you would be able to see this folder that I'm going to create right now. And then properties, right here, hidden, apply, okay. If it was hidden, you would have seen that, okay. You can see the hidden file, it's right here, but nothing's hidden, nothing's going to be downloaded. You can actually see my downloads in this part right here. I'm in a Discord server streaming and so on. That might, cause some issues as well. So yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and delete these files. I don't need them at all. And let's go ahead and compress this zip file. Let's open this up, compress it, and it's compressing the random data that I just pointed and showed you all. I'm live right now. I could go to a clock, I don't know, something, and show proof that it's the same date, California time, Los Angeles, and yeah, just wait for this to be done. It's gonna take a while, okay, but it works. So yeah. And after that, also, it's not in here. I'll rush this to prove my point even further. It's not in the recycle bin, and it's not in here. You would, I'll show the storage for this stuff. I'll show the sizes for each file, and I will reboot these file sizes by F5 to refresh them. I will fully delete this file. It's gone. Okay. I'll refresh, and then refresh again. There we go. Okay. Nothing's hidden. There's a file size. You can see it. It's all live right now. Let me go ahead and decompress it right now. Also, like I said before, if anybody asks what's inside of this file, no, there isn't a hidden location anywhere. It's just the exact unique numbers for this data. I also heard several people back in the past when I was streaming this before in a Discord call, oh, well, it's just connected to the name of the file. No, it's not. But, to prove that point even further, I'll decompress it. Fully random. It's not in the recycle bin. The hidden items are shown. Everything's the same. It's being decompressed in real time. You can see the file size being rebuilt up over and over again. Like I said before, I will say this again. I'm streaming on multiple devices, from YouTube to Discord and other things. So that's why, could be a bit different over here. And it is done, fully done. This is the same file as well. I'll undo this. Like I said, don't know why this happens. It just does. Open this up. Tools. And then repair to archive. Fix this, because if there is any data that is corrupted, it will fix this. And now if I decompress it, you can see that it's all back to normal. So yeah, here's a text file right there. Here's an image. I don't know how I could fake this, but if I can, let me know. I'm live right now, so if I'm faking this, let me know somehow. I'm doing it. Hello, hi Zach. Jesus. Yo, my fan keeps on falling apart, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, I don't know if Orcamus is watching this, but if you are, congratulations. Alright. But yeah, that's the whole thing. That's my compression, how I explained John Sloot's compression, everything in detail. Also, when I did John Sloot's compression, I will say it was completely terrible. It made like a 5-second video into like 100 megabytes. But also I wasn't using the same compression, and I was doing it by line by what the patent said, so that's mostly my fault. But yeah, so be it. That's about it. Wait, what's up? Okay, you're gonna join? Alright. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, hope everybody has a good day, and stuff like that. If anybody has any questions, comment them or anything, So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to end the stream now. I'm gonna actually wait for this to catch up. So